I'm Tommaso. I'm the producer and engineer, and I do the researches for Calibro 25.
Hello, I'm Enrico. I play keyboards and woodwinds.
I'm Luca and I play the bass.
I am Fabio and I play drums.
I'm Massimo and play guitars.
Nice. How did the band come about and how did you guys get your name?
Well, the band started as an idea. I had a new studio and I needed to troubleshoot the studio. And I came up with the idea of asking some friends to come down to the studio to play some music that nobody was playing at the time, and nobody is playing it apart from us. That are Italian soundtracks from the 60s and the 70s. And the name is actually the first name that came to our mind. It's a Calibro 35, that means caliber 35. It was the first name because there is quite an important movie that's called Milan Caliber 9. And so to do kind of a spoof of that, we thought about caliber and 35, like 35 millimeters of the film movie. So that was it.
It's not a gun.
Yeah, it's not a gun.
No.
It's not a shotgun. We are pacifist, but the name is just like that.
How would you describe your sound?
Well, Italian soundtracks has been in the 60s has been a very big melting pot of different influences because there were gangster movies from the United States. There was blaxploitation going on, mixing with all the European culture. So classically trained composers, jazz musician, new musician, prog rockers, and stuff like that. So the result is kind of the sum of all these different influences.
Right.
I think that is kind of a psychedelic way of funk, some kind of.
What is the creative process like when you're in the studio working on an album or coming up with new songs?
Even just for logistic reason, we don't have rehearsals, never.
Wow.
So that help us to be kind of free in the studio. So there's a lot of improvisation going on, and we try to have maybe certain grooves that anybody can bring in, and just to work on those, and have more like a sound, like we would like to do a song that sounds like blaxploitation meeting Morricone today, or okay, let's do like a very dark, deep crime scene,
Right.
and we kind of start from there.
You say you don't do rehearsals. So
So
do you guys write down your music or how does it all come together when you guys are performing?
we just cross our fingers, I guess.
Who are some of or what are your musical influences other than movies and different genres of those cult classic movies?
We have got very different backgrounds, very different backgrounds. Like Massimo comes from a more kind of blues scene background. Fabio's playing with a lot of songwriters, but he's got a funk background. Luca is kind of the hardcore guy of the band. Enrico is classically trained and really into psychedelic music.
Oh, wow.
So we all kind of bring our our ingredient to the cake.
What has it been like bringing your music to America? Is there much of a different feel from like the vibe from the audiences that you get from Europe?
Yeah, I would say so. Because in Italy, like almost anybody knows roughly the movies we are playing soundtrack of, or at least knows kind of the aesthetic of those movies. While here it's all based on music,
Right.
so we try to push the groove bit a little bit more because that is really universal and everybody can understand that.